Hi, friends. This is Miss Ashley. I am Jake's mom, and I'm so excited to get to participate and do some reading for y'all. I love coming to school and getting to sit with everyone and just share stories and library books and all sorts of things. But like everything else this year, it's just a little different, and that's okay. I'm thankful that we have the technology to be able to read stories and send them in to you. So I am thankful and happy that I get to be a little bit a part of your classroom today. All right, so today I wanted to read a book called Dog Breath, and it's by Dave Pilkey. I'm sure you've heard of Dave Pilkey before. He also wrote Captain Underpants and Dog Man, and I think there's a cat one too. I don't even know. But this book is super old. It was my brother's book when we were growing up. So this was Jake's Uncle TK's book, and it's so fun and so funny. And I think I read it to Jake's class every year since probably kindergarten. But I feel like the older y'all get, the funnier it gets because you understand more of the jokes. So let's go with it. One thing that I think third graders could probably pick up on this year in Dog Breath is that halitosis, the word halitosis, it's like a medical condition for super stinky bad breath. So people who always have bad breath, they have halitosis. So keep that word in mind when we're reading this book because it makes a lot of the story even funnier when you remember what halitosis is. So halitosis is super stinky bad breath. You do not want halitosis under your mask all day because that would be terrible. So, Dog Breath. The Horrible Trouble with Halitosis, written by Dave Pilkey, also illustrated by Dave Pilkey. So I'm going to do my best to read and then show you the pictures. So bear with me. And I'm pretty sure Jake's baby sister got a hold of this book because there's some extra coloring in it too. All right, here we go. There once was a dog named Hallie who lived with the Tosis family. Halitosis was a very good dog, but she had a big problem. Halitosis had horrible breath. Whenever Halitosis opened her mouth, horrible things happened. When the children took Halitosis for a walk, everyone else walked on the other side of the street. Even skunks avoided Halitosis. But the real trouble started one day when Grandma Tosis stopped by for a cup of tea, and Hallie jumped up to say hello. Mr. and Mrs. Tosis were not amused. Something has to be done about that smelly dog, they said. The next day, Mr. and Mrs. Tosis decided to find a new home for Hallie. The children knew that the only way they could save their dog was to get rid of her bad breath. So they took Halitosis to the top of a mountain that had a breathtaking view. They hoped that the breathtaking view would take Hallie's breath away, but it didn't. Next, the children took Halitosis to a very exciting movie. They hoped that all the excitement would leave Hallie breathless. but it didn't. Finally, the children took Halitosis to a carnival. They hoped that Hallie would lose her breath on the speedy roller coaster. There's the speedy roller coaster. But that idea stunk too. The plans to change Hallie's bad breath had failed. Now, only a miracle could save Halitosis. Sadly, the three friends said goodnight, unaware that a miracle was just on the horizon. Later that night, when everyone was sound asleep, two sneaky burglars crept into the Tosis house. The two burglars were tiptoeing through the dark, quiet rooms when suddenly they came upon Halitosis. "Yikes!" whispered one burglar. "It's a mean, big, scary dog." "Ah, don't be silly," whispered another burglar. "That's only a cute little fuzzy puppy." The two burglars giggled at the sight of such a friendly little dog. "That dog couldn't hurt a fly," whispered one burglar. "Come here, Poochie Poochie," whispered the other. So Halitosis came over and gave the burglars a big, nice kiss. The next morning, the Tosis family awoke to find two burglars passed out cold on their living room floor. It was a miracle. The Tosis family got a big reward for turning in the crooks, and soon Halitosis was the most famous crime-fighting dog in the country. In the end, Mr. and Mrs. Tosis changed their minds about finding a new home for Hallie. They decided to keep their wonderful watchdog after all. If you notice, there's a sign here in their front yard, and it says, "This home is protected by dog breath." Because life without Halitosis just wouldn't make any sense. Well, that's my book, Dog Breath, that I just wanted to share with y'all today. I'm so thankful we got to do this, and hopefully soon we can all come in and share more stories together. Y'all have a great day. Have fun. Bye.